Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I am Danielle, aka Stitcherista here on YouTube, and today is another face-to-face chat and a true crime story time. I'm really liking these face-to-face ones only because it is so much easier for me to film it. Because when I do diamond painting or stitching, I am filming double, meaning, you know, I'm filming the voiceover and the diamond painting or stitching. So I'm off work today, so you would think I would have the time, but I've been a busy bee. Emails, stuff for work. I emptied the trash. I have notes. I emptied the trash in our house, which for two people, you would be astounded at the amount of trash that we generate, I guess is the word. So let's recap yesterday. So yesterday, Thursday is our trash and recycling day. I am the one that pulls the bins out and then brings them back in. So I go out yesterday, and yesterday was somewhat of an irritating day too, and I'll explain that in a second. I'm sorry, my nose was like running. I feel like I need a tissue here. Anyway. Yeah, let me pause. Okay, that's better. So, what was I saying? Yesterday, recycling. Okay, so our trash comes early in the morning, and then our recycling comes sometime in the afternoon. So, I go out in the afternoon, and I'm already like irritated because of what's going on in the morning. And I go out there, and I see the wheel. There's two wheels on the bin because we have like a pretty big bin with a lid, and like I said, there's wheels on it so I can wheel it back and forth. I go out there and I see the wheel is laying on the ground. You fucking kidding me right now? I'm like, okay. So I pick it up and I see a broken piece next to it. So I realize the wheel is not going to go back on the bin. So I'm like, well, I'm going to try to wheel it back with one wheel. Well, that didn't last very long because the bar that held the wheels started to come out. And I said, all right, fuck this. Like, are you kidding me? So I left it on the walkway, and Bill was going to be home in like 10 minutes. So when he came in, I was sitting here in this chair, and he's like, what happened to the recycling bin? And I said, if our fucking recycling guys were not barbarians, the wheel might still be on it. I said, so you need to call. You need to call and have them bring us a new bin. Because you get them from the recycling place. It's not like we bought it. So he calls when I'm in here. And he says, I hear him say, you know, I'm a county worker too. It's almost like when you're a police officer and you're pulled over and you show your badge, like, I'm a cop too. So yeah. And the guy's like, okay, well, put out your recycling bin on the 15th. And I'm like, the 15th? That's a fucking week away. And the guys will come by and they'll try to repair it. And if they can't repair it, they'll give you a new bin right then. He got off the phone and I said, they're not going to be able to fucking repair that. There's a fucking piece broken off. There's no way. And I said, well, you realize now we can't use the bin this week. He's like, just put everything in the trash. So we are not recycling this week because you can't fucking wheel it out there. Yeah. I was just like, really right now? So work. Yesterday, we had a job that the witness was hostile. That's the only way to put it. And the job ended. I was done work by 1:30, which was good because I was just in no mood. And my boss had said earlier in the day, or the day before, hey, I need your help with, okay, all along the arbitration, we have to keep track, or I have to keep track of the time on the record. Like, say Mr. Jones examines this witness. They'll have 3 and 4 witnesses a day, so there's a lot of time to keep track of. Well, twice now, I have gone over the time myself 2 different times. She's gone over it 2 different times, and they were still like disputing it. And I'm like, you're fucking killing me with this, because how many times can we go over it? And I had seen emails that she had sent to an attorney, and they said, oh, I'm going to get with my assistant and read the times off to her. She didn't say anything to me about that. So I sent her a text and I said, you know, if you want me to help you with this, we need to schedule a time because, you know, I could be doing something right now on it. And I said, I want to get started early Friday morning. I said, I don't want to be doing this at 4 and 5 p.m. because her usual modus operandi is, you know, working late to working till like 3 in the morning. No, you want someone to help you, even though you're going to pay me for my time. You need to be mindful of my time. Like, it's unfair to just say, okay, we're going to be doing this at 5 o'clock on a Friday. So she texts me and says, well, I'm not going to be on an early timetable. I'll be mindful of your time. And she said, we can get together in a few hours to do the testimony. And I'm like, it's already 2:30 p.m. here. I said, here's what's going to happen. You have me until 5:30 or 6. That's it. I said, and then today, meaning Friday, you also have me that long. I said, and I'm not doing it over the weekend because I'm going to try to mentally prepare for the next 2 weeks dealing with the team and having the arbitration and working until 7:15 every single night. I was fucking hot. Like, no. So I left it and I told my husband, I said, you know, was I wrong? And he's like, no, not at all. And I said, if she contacts me, fine. If she doesn't, fine. I'm not going to worry about it. So I was sitting here stitching because he came home and he went out in the shed. And I said, I got to calm down. I said, I'm going to stitch for a little bit. So I was working on Carolyn Manning Designs Phoenix and I was watching Frasier, I think. I love that show. And she texted me and it was 4:30. And she says, okay, I'm ready. And I said, all right, I'm in my office. I said, you have me until 6 o'clock. So, and we did. It took us at 6 o'clock. I said, look, I have to go. And we still had 2 more days to go through. I said, I'm going to have to call you back in like half an hour because I just wanted to get it done. So I went out there and Bill's like, well, I got, you know, you got 10 more minutes until dinner's ready. So I hurried up and called her back and we finished it, thank God. And I said, you know, if you can give me anything to do in the morning on this term sheet, which is also what she wanted me to help with, please do that. That way I can get a head start on it. So last night we had dinner, watched TV. I stitched some on Phoenix. I got quite a bit done. And I wake up this morning. Now, mind you, you know, we don't have a job today. So I was like, ooh, I can sleep in a little bit. Sleeping in is 8 o'clock for me. I mean, I'm usually awake at 7 or 7:30. And I get up and I check my email and I see that she had sent me an email and she's like, I bothered you enough yesterday. Don't worry about the word sheet. Yay. So I don't have to do anything today. Now I did index 2 jobs and get those to her so she can get them turned in. And of course I looked at email and I did stuff like that. But yeah, I was a busy bee this morning. But I decided my craft closet was just out of control and just so disorganized. So I straightened that up. And then I cleaned out the 2 drawers in my desk. And when I did, you're going to love this. I had been looking for these readers that I had for like 2 months. They were in that drawer. So let me show you why I love them so much. First off, but they're teal. I mean, look at them. Are they not? Like, please. Yeah. I have ones that I wear when I stitch. I'll wear these like tonight. I'll leave these here in my glass case. I have ones that I take to like retreats that are like hot pink around the outside. I was looking for those for 2 months. And I said to Bill, I'm like, oh my God, I cleaned out my desk drawer and they were in there the whole time. Yeah. He busted out laughing. So cleaned out the desk drawers and felt better. And then today I cleaned out my nightstand. I don't know how I amass so much junk and trash and crap in there because I am normally not like that. I am not that kind of person. So yeah, I had some trash. So threw away some stuff. And yeah, so feel better. Those drawers are cleaned out and straightened up and all that. So I did start a new book, but I will explain that in a second. Okay, so tomorrow, Bill is going fishing with his friend, and then Bill is playing poker tomorrow night. He normally does not do that, but we have a neighbor that's around the corner that really likes Bill and likes to spend time with him, you know, and they have a poker game like once a month, I guess. And I said, you should just start doing stuff like that. And so I'll have Saturday night to myself. So I think I may watch the new Candyman movie. My stepdaughter said that I may like it, but she didn't think my husband would like it. So I've been kind of trying to wait to watch it on my own. So I may do that tomorrow night. May not be smart though to watch a scary movie by myself. I don't know. So we'll see. I'm definitely, I feel like I'm going to stitch definitely and take advantage of that time. We'll see. So, okay. I did start a new book and it's on Kindle Unlimited, so I'm not paying for it. And let me tell you what it's called and what it's about. It is called Good as Dead. Yeah. And it's by Susan Walter. I will link it down below. And here's the premise. So, Holly Kendrick's husband is dead. Holly saw it all. In one violent moment, a hit-and-run accident turns Holly's life upside down. Then a fixer for the high-powered guilty party approaches Holly with an offer she is in no position to refuse. Holly and her daughter Savannah will want for nothing, beginning with a luxury dream house, all for the price of their silence. But when their sudden appearance in privileged Calabasas, California, piques the curiosity of neighbors, the price becomes greater than they imagined, because Holly and Savannah aren't the only ones in the neighborhood with something to hide. Told from alternating points of view, and you know I like books like that. It is told in the alternating point of Holly, of the fixer guy, and then of one of their neighbors. So, told from alternating points of view, Good as Dead draws together an unlikely group of people bound to one another by a crime, a cover-up, and compounding deceptions. As carefully constructed lives begin to crumble, how far will everyone be willing to go to bury the truth and protect the people they love? So far, I'm enjoying it. And I'm on, let me see if I can see what page I'm on. I'm on page 57 of 265. And this is, for me, this is book 48. I have a reading challenge this year of 50 books. So I am currently 5 books ahead of schedule. So I'm on track to read 55 books this year. So that's pretty awesome. And yeah, so there's that. And then I had some coffees bought for me yesterday, which I'm always so giddy and excited when I get that email. So Katie Esteban bought me 5 coffees and says, "Good morning, Danielle. I so enjoy you and your videos. Thank you for sharing your life with us. Make sure you keep your coffee stocked and stitches flowing to help alleviate the stress of the arbitration. Thanks again, Katie." I know you guys are probably tired of hearing about the arbitration, but yeah. And then Pat Clayton bought me a coffee and says, "I enjoy watching your cross-stitch videos and true crime. I haven't tried diamond painting. I have too much cross-stitch stashed to start another hobby." I hear you, Pat. I really do. And that's exactly what I had said, but then went down the rabbit hole. I have backed off on buying a lot of stuff. I do have some outstanding 2 kits I bought from Treasure Studios Art when they released their Christmas kits of Lizzie Falcon. One of them is on the way. I'm waiting for the other one to ship. And, but yeah, I haven't bought anything cross-stitch in a while. And yeah, I have so much stuff, literally. And I'm really focused on working on Phoenix, so. Okay. So, was that it for notes? I had a subscriber, J.R. Weathers. And so I wanted to give them a shout out, and their mom, Donna. Apparently, my cat story yesterday struck a nerve with a whole lot of people. So, JR sent me a link to another story called The Illinois Enema Bandit. Yes, you heard me correctly. And so I looked it up, and Just wait till you hear this, because just when you think you literally have heard everything, you haven't. Okay. So, probably one of the most bizarre thieves of all time, Michael H. Kenyon, was an armed robber who gave enemas to his victims. Can you even imagine? Not only are you robbed, then you're having an apparatus stuck inside you at what? No. Why? Like, again, why? I want to know why. Born in 1943 in Elgin, Illinois, he was also known as the Champagne Enema Bandit. What? And the Ski Mask Bandit. It is thought he is responsible for at least 10 attacks between May 1965 and May 1975. Oh, and you know, the picture they have of him, if that's him, he's kind of cute. Like, dude. One of his earliest attacks was on a March morning in 1966 at Champagne. Oh, so Champagne as in the city, not as in the drink. Champagne, Illinois, when wearing a red Argyle ski mask and carrying a gun, he climbed into a home through a window. He stole $70 from the wallets of two teenage sisters. One was 16, the other 18, and then tied them up with torn sheets. And he then gave them both enemas. Okay, let's think about the logistics of doing that. I personally have never had an enema, but I know it's like you put water in like a bag and a tube. Like, where are you getting the water and all of that? Like, where are you getting the materials? I guess you're bringing them with you. I can't imagine you'd be going into the bathroom in this house and be like, oh, well, wait a second while I tie you up and fill this bag with water. Are you fucking kidding me right now? So in 1967, Kenyon graduated from University of Illinois at Urbana-Champaign with a degree in accountancy. 8 years later, on May 3rd, 1975, armed with a gun, he robbed and bound 4 women at the University of Illinois at Champaign-Urbana. He gave 2 enemas to one of the women. Jesus Christ. Wow. And stole $120 from their apartment. Police arrested Kenyon in Palatine, Chicago, a short while after for a minor offense. At the time, he was working as an accountant for the Illinois Department of Revenue. As the police questioned him, he suggested that they contact the Champaign police, and he confessed to being the Illinois Enema Bandit. Under questioning by the Champaign police, he showed them the ski mask he wore to carry out the attacks and also his 2 shotguns and a pistol. After a session with a psychiatrist, he was judged to be legally sane. Okay. And stood trial on December 1st, 1975. The next day, Champaign Assistant State's Attorney Robert Stegman said if he did not want to get caught, he would not be in court today. Kenyon pleaded guilty to 6 counts of armed robbery. His lawyer, Ray Masucci, said that Kenyon was not sexually mature and that his behavior was the result of a deep-seated neurosis. I would say, to have that kind of fetish, I guess, so entirely bizarre. The judge imprisoned Kenyon for 6 concurrent terms of 6 to 12 years on the 23rd of December. Okay, so he was released from prison and died in Chicago in 2004. And apparently the story of the Illinois Enema Bandit was immortalized in a Frank Zappa song. So, just bizarre. Like, I've never heard, and this is the what I just read you came from a site called the Criminal Encyclopedia. And they have all kinds of, at the top, it's like murder, conspiracy, piracy, thievery, robbery, rioting, treason. Like, there's a whole bunch of different crimes that you can look at, different, like, types. And there are ones in here, like this one's from 1857. of course it was poisoning, because that's what they did back then, right? So yeah. And also, so I may read some from that, you know, at some point. Although I like the stories that I find. But that was interesting. And I'm a bandit. Let's talk about dessert tea. So I am not normally a hot tea drinker. I'm a coffee drinker. However, Vanna, the Twisted Stitcher, who I absolutely love and have been friends with her online for a really long time, read her blog before YouTube was even a thing. She has started to drink in the evening dessert teas to avoid having a dessert, like a cookie or pie or something like that. And Jill had sent me a screenshot and she was like, I have to try some of these teas. So Jill and I have been going back and forth, and Jill actually bought one. And I want to try the Butterscotch Blondie. And there's another one. I ordered from groceries because I have groceries delivered. Vanilla Caramel, I want to say. I am willing to give them a shot. I'm not going to go hog wild before I taste some of these and see if I even like hot tea. But it would be really great to drink that like in the evening instead of eating Halloween candy or cake or cookies or something like that. You know, I haven't really been on an eating plan. It's been a good month or two, and I've just been just relaxed about it. Not eating a ton of food. I haven't gone back to doing that. And I thought to myself, you know what? This morning I'm going to step on the scale. I am still the same weight. I am still 170.6. Let's go. I was like, yeah, because I was for sure that I had gained some weight. Nope. Very happy about that. But I'm always looking for like something different. And if I can get myself into liking hot tea, all you need is a cup of hot water and a tea bag. Well, and I'll put half and half in mine. So I'm hoping, because like this cup, I love this. This is more like a teacup. And when Bill and I, last Saturday, we went to there's an antique store in our area. I actually saw 2 cups and saucers, and I almost bought them, and I'm like, I need another mug. Like, I need a friggin' hole in the head. But it was like pink, like a mauve pink, and it had the saucer, and then there was a teal one, and I'm like, oh my God, I love these. And they were like $8, but no. I'm like, Bill, if you want to get this for me as a present, and I saw a table in there that I love, that if he had wherewithal, he should go back and get that for me for Christmas. It was like $85. We have a budget. We spend $500 on each other for Christmas. So I really love that table. I would move my, the IKEA cart. I would move that and put the table here because it had like 3 drawers and it was like rounded. Oh my God. And it looked antique-y, like it was so cool. Yeah, it was like $85, but it was in really good condition. They had some neat stuff in there. And we go there, I would say like twice a year, just to like walk around. Some cool stuff. And the owners are really nice. The people in there are really nice. And yeah, a ton of stuff in there. So, but okay. I am going to end this because I have to record my little cross stitch segment and get that up there for tomorrow. So I hope you guys all have a great Friday, and I will be back on Monday. As always, if you have any questions, please leave them in the comments section below, and I will answer them to the best of my ability. Thank you so much for watching and subscribing, and I will see you in my next video. Bye, guys.